And welcome back to another issue of Let's Open Some Stuff. Today we have Doctor Who's Collector Edition, and this is very special for me. I have been a Doctor Who fan for many, many, many years. My mother even has a story about me and the original theme music from Doctor Who from when I was a kid that I'm not repeating now, but I still find it amusing when she does. And I've diligently watched most of the Doctor Who's up until the Peter Capaldi years. And unfortunately, I haven't kept up on the most recent stuff, but I am in the process of catching up. So I'm not going to know a lot about the newer stuff, but I am going to know probably enough to get myself in trouble about the Eccleston, Tennant, and Matt Smith years. We also have, because I opened the Commander decks, 4 of these introductory collectors things or something. I don't know, what are they called? Booster sample pack. So we're going to open those 4 as well, and those will act as our box toppers because this does not come with a box topper, so we might as well add our own. So let's get started. We have the very shiny box that almost has the surge foiling on the cover, which is funny because that means that if the surge foiling is worth money, this box is worth money. Just because of the foiling process on it. Anyway, I'm going to leave financial stuff out of this conversation because honestly I just like the set and whatever it does, it does. But let's start off with these collector sample packs because I'm interested to see. Now, what's interesting about this set, and I call it a set because there's 308 cards in the set, I believe, and even though it came in the equivalent of 4 Commander decks, a normal set of Magic the Gathering has between 200 and something to the late 200s or something cards, and this one has 300, so it is, in a way, its own set, just without booster box product. So it's pretty cool that in these packs, these collector packs, you will only see stuff that is inside the Commander decks themselves. And I think it's probably the best they've done when it comes to Commander product. I wish they had done this for the Warhammer stuff, because that's another IP that I really enjoy. So we have, yeah, that's a nothing card. We have Kate Stewart, who I do not know. And Delete. The old Cybermen. Delete. Awesome. So in here, like I said, you're just going to see the same stuff that's in the Commander decks, but all in alternate art forms. There should be none of the same treatments that are inside the Commander decks themselves, I don't think. Oh, the first Doctor, done in black and white to honor the fact that the first Doctor Who was in black and white. It is that old of a show. I believe it's something like 60 years now. And then War Room, a very good reprint. Very nice in 2-color and 3-color decks. Anything more than that and it starts to cost a little much, but War Room is a good card. So let me separate these out a little bit. We have Doctors over here. We're going to have lands there, and that's it. The regular cards in the middle. Okay, we have the 7th Doctor. I don't know much about the first Doctors, to be honest. I do like the outfits on some of them, but don't know much about them. Ace's baseball bat. I do know that Ace was one of the companions of one of the older Doctors. Don't remember which one exactly again, because but if we run into her card, I believe it might tell us a little more about that. Rose Tyler, one of my favorite characters and one of my girlfriend's least favorite characters in the show. I thought that her development next to the Doctor was excellent, but she would be in that stack. And then we have Last Night Together. This was probably from the Matt Smith years, since it's a River Song quote. The towers sang and you cried, but I don't remember the exact episode that's from. I'm sure as I catch up to them, I will figure that out again. So that's the little sample packs, and that's a decent smattering of different cards. These sample packs are probably different or much better than normal sample packs, because normal sample packs will have uncommons in them. Also, the Universes Beyond logo, that's that down there. And of course, the little TARDIS symbol of the cards is pretty cool as well. Alright, on to the regular collector packs. And there's no pull tab on these. Nope. Let me just let's see how hard they are to open. Not too bad. We have a Dalek token. Let's see, I think it's this side that we start with. Alrighty, so the lands, even though this is a basic land, it's in foil condition, so you can get basic lands in here. We have the 5th Doctor. Again, don't know much about the older Doctors, so I'm going to probably skip over them. Auton Soldier. Ian Chesterton, I believe that's one of the first Doctor's companions. Thriving Bluff. There's great lands reprinted in these, like this one. So this is the Surge foil of the Surge foil treatment. So it's going to look like that. And this is, of course, a Sheltered Thicket, which is a awesome land. Even though it comes into play tapped, it has cycling, and it can be fetched because it has the land types on it, so that's very good. Don't know where that's from exactly, but neat. Confession Dial. Alright, here we go. These lands were the really good lands that were reprinted in this. The draw lands. I don't know what the cycle's called, but they'll have sacrifice to draw a card. So these are really nice that they reprinted them. We have a 12th Doctor. This is Peter Capaldi. His Doctor was... some of the episodes were very good. I really enjoyed them. Some of them were kind of blah. I believe it's when the not too good writing started was during his years, but I did enjoy him quite a bit. Creeping Tar Pit, always a good reprint. Of course, they've reprinted it into the ground, so it's not worth much. The color version of the First Doctor, so this is not the black and white. Now, the First Doctor's TARDIS, I do remember, had those circular things, which is actually mentioned in... I can't remember. There's an episode where they go and find a TARDIS graveyard, and I believe they see that. Or it's an episode where they're going through different versions of the TARDIS, and they see that again, and he mentions it in one of the later shows, obviously not the first ones. Fetid Pools. That's another cycling land, also in the Surge foil theme, or foiling process. Midnight Crusade Shuttle. I don't know if that's the Ice Planet one with Tennant and Donna Noble, but it might be. I could be wrong. The Master, Gallifrey's End. So one of the quintessential enemies of the Doctor is the Master. And I know he has several treatments in this set, which is kind of cool, so you can pick which is your favorite Master and play them. Oh, another of the black and white First Doctors. And we have a Dinosaur Dalek token. The Daleks are, of course, my favorite enemies of the Doctor, and I love the Exterminate card they came up with. I hope we get it here. Beautiful Surge foil land there. Surge foil treatment is pretty cool. Alright, we have the 5th Doctor in Surge foil. Very nice. Vizlor Turlo. No idea who that is. Could be anywhere from any of the Doctor Who's. Ash Barrens, a very, very good land reprinted. As Foretold. Oh, I want to say that this is the later show, but I don't remember the context that As Foretold was in. Myriad Landscape, always a good card to have reprinted. The 2nd Doctor, again, no clue at all, but playing a flute, still got the circles in the TARDIS back there. Scattered Grove, another of the cycling lands, not foiled. Would be nice if it was foiled, but it's still an alternate card. Gallifrey Stands. This was a great episode. I believe this is. Yeah, I don't want to get it horribly wrong, but I think that's one of the not in the series episodes. One of the specials they did. Deserted Beach. This is one of the Matt Smith episodes. You can always tell the Matt Smith episodes because there's a lot of people in spacesuits throughout them. Fornox, one of. Actually, I'm just getting to these episodes in the series now that I'm rewatching them. And this is a very, very devastating episode. I don't want to get emotional, but that is a hard one to watch. And of course, it's in the Surge foil. Yes, Dr. Tennant, or David Tennant and Wilfred there. Now that Celestial Colonnade is absolutely beautiful. Not a great card these days. There's better out there because it enters the battlefield tapped, but it is a gorgeous treatment of it. There's Wilfred Mott. Not a Doctor's companion, but very much in the Doctor Who universe for the David Tennant years, and very, very good character. Makes for really good episodes. Yasmin Khan, I don't know her character, but I believe she's with the newer Doctor. And then we have the alternate art of the Sixth Doctor. So, just so it's known, these... Oh, that's Mark of the Ranian Warrior over there. These are the regular... Or, sorry, this would be the regular look of it. Of course, that's foiled, but these are the alternate art versions of them. And so all the alternate art ones have the TARDIS border around them, and you can get the companions and the Doctors in that version. So I think, yeah, the Master, or not a companion, but certain, I guess it would be like special edition versions of the cards in the TARDIS border. Alright, we have the TARDIS in a forest. The Fourth Doctor with the jelly babies, I want to say. Another of the lands that are awesome because you can fetch for them. Talismans. They redid the talismans in this one, which is really good because the talismans are used in almost every commander deck, and so having more of them is always good. And I think the Talisman of Progress was the least underprinted one of them, so it was good that they redid that. My girlfriend's favorite card again, Rose Tyler. The Fugitive Doctor. So this is actually a Doctor, Time Lord Doctor, and the way the companions work is you can have a companion with a Doctor, because I believe here it says you can have two commanders if the other is the Doctor. Well, the Time Lord Doctor, the Fugitive Doctor, is one of those, so she can actually be a Doctor. So I'm actually going to put her in the Time Lord Doctor category over there. Even though I have not seen where or what episodes she comes from, I do know that mechanic from just paying attention to what people have been talking about it so far. Ooh, that's a beautiful storm. I wish that was in foil. Storm-carved Ghost. We have another version of the Master. So this is a more recent version of the Master. The Master multiplied. Yeah, this is from, again, the David Tennant years. That's why I would recognize that one. See, he is not a Doctor. He is a Time Lord rogue. Therefore, he cannot have a companion. You wouldn't want one anyway. Alright, we have the Dreamroot Cascade. Impending Flux. Interesting. I don't know where that's from, but it has the Surge foil treatment. Very nice. Oh, that's neat. It's a little dark. I get where they're going with it, though. That's the Exotic Orchard in Surge foil. Have the Second Doctor again. The 10th Doctor in the TARDIS border look, and that's pretty cool. And then Cybermen Patrol. So Cybermen's another baddie that's been in the Doctor Who universe for a very long time. And they're kind of silly, but a lot of fun. The episodes that they're in are usually tragic and fun at the same time. think my favorite episodes of the Cybermen and the Daleks were when they're in the same episodes together and insulting each other, and it's just kind of hilarious. Alright, we have a planes. It's pretty nice. Second Doctor again. A Zygon Infiltrator. So Zygons are a funny creature in the Doctor universe. They take on the appearance of another person or thing. And so I believe this card says, yep, tap another target creature and put a stun counter on it. The Zygon Infiltrator becomes a copy of that creature. So yes, the the card actually does what it does in the show. Day of Destiny. This was when they were first headed towards, that's the Doctor and his daughter from the very first, probably the very first episode where they're heading toward the TARDIS. It's pretty cool. Evolving Wilds. There can't be a set of Magic the Gathering without an Evolving Wilds in it. Bill Potts, no clue at all. I believe that's from the most recent Doctor. Sally Sparrow and the Weeping Angel behind her. That was a one-off character from the Doctor Who episode Blink, and probably one of the best episodes in the entire show. Cursed Mirror, a very good reprint. This is an awesome mana rock, and it can become something until end of turn, and has haste. It's a really good card. Sarah Jane Smith, another Doctor companion throughout the history of Doctor Who. She actually had her own show for a while, during the Tennant and Matt Smith years, I believe. Glacial Fortress, another good reprint of land. Cybership. It almost looks like the what is it? The satellite in one of the Tennant years, but this is actually not. Grasp of Fate. When Rose Tyler finally loses the Doctor. Yeah, it's an emotional moment. Not going too deep into that. Might end up crying. We have Dugan, Private Detective. Don't know anything about the guy. The 13th Doctor. Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker. That's who plays that. And from what I understand, there was some very good, probably much like the Peter Capaldi years, there were some very good episodes, and there were some episodes that are pretty blah. And then Peter Capaldi right after her, so you have them in order, the 12th and then the 13th Doctor. And a Warrior Treasure. Treasure, look at that, that's a pretty treasure right there. Alright, moving on. Mountainous. The 7th Doctor again. I've already seen him. The Temples. They redid this in Temples. So there we go. That's Satellite 5, I believe it's called in the show, and it's very much kind of looks like the Cybermen thing we looked at. There's another one of those lands that draws you a card. Very, very good reprints. The Titanic. That was a sad episode, where it was a special, a Christmas episode, and it had the Titanic almost sink again, which was the Doctor managed to save it just at the last minute, of course. Path of Ancestry. The Cyber Controller, or the person that never intended to become a Cyberman but ended up becoming a Cyberman. Or maybe he did intend it eventually, but it was forced on him much sooner than he expected. Decent episode. Another Day of Destiny. K9, the little robot dog from the show. Oh, I miss K9. He shows up in the Sarah Jane Adventures later on, but he's only in a couple of the Doctor Who episodes. In the later ones. I know he's in the originals. We have another Grasp of Fate. Run for Your Life. That's the 9th Doctor in there, I believe. Chaos Warp, always a good reprint. I love Chaos Warp. The Rotating Fireplace. This is Madame de Pompadour, I believe that was the episode, or The Girl in the Fireplace was the episode, and that is in the Surge Foil treatment. Cool. Another 7th Doctor, another 5th Doctor, maybe that's the first 5th Doctor, I'm not sure, and Beast and Soldier. And another pretty mountain. There we go. That's the Ninth Doctor there. And just an amazing ability on him as well. He makes an extra untapped or an extra upkeep, and the shenanigans that can be made with that are pretty cool. So the Ninth Doctor is going to see some play, I have a feeling. Sycorax Commander. That's another Chris. No, that was the first David Tennant episode where he gets his hand chopped off. Fifth Doctor again. Fractured Identity. Clara Oswald, or The Impossible Girl. That's those. This is amusing because I can't remember this comedian's name, but he ends up in a few of the Doctor Who episodes, and he ends up being a companion at some point, which is, I think it's to Peter Capaldi. I don't really remember all that well, but it'll be interesting catching up on those episodes. One of my favorite companions of all time, Donna Noble, played by the amazing Catherine Tate, and her character is just amazing. I can't say enough about how much I enjoyed her episodes. Wound Reflection, that's the Master and the Master, or Missy and the Master in that. I don't remember the episode, but I'm sure I'll catch up on it soon. Everything Comes to Dust. This was Rose Tyler's pinnacle moment where she takes in the time vortex and then removes every Dalek from existence. We have Rockfall Vale. A Crack in Time. Poor Rory from the 12th Doctor, I believe it was 12th Doctor, or 11th Doctor, being sucked into the crack of time. Ooh, that's too dark to be good. It's hard to see in camera because camera lightens it up a little bit, but in reality that's too dark of a card, unfortunately. Temples in Pretty Foil. Missy. All right, so Missy is another one of the big bad evils in the Doctor's world, and you don't really know who she is immediately in the episodes, but eventually you do find out, and it's a pretty good arc for the Master. And then the Third Doctor. I don't know that we've seen the Third Doctor yet, but now we have. Oh, copy. Oh, Alien Adipose. Okay, Forest, another 12th Doctor. Don't Blink. Oh, the episode Blink is still one of the best episodes of the newer series, in my opinion. Third Doctor, another Kate Stewart, who I don't know. Chaos Warp we've seen already. The Five Doctors. So throughout the Doctor Who history of the show, they've done multiple episodes where you run into multiple Doctors in the same episode, and that was one of them. Sungrass Perry, very nice. The Wedding of River Song. I can't say much about this because my girlfriend's in the room, so she's going to see all this soon. Irrigated Farmland. This is Kate Stewart in the Surge Foil version. Solemn Simulacrum. This has to be the greatest reprint they've put in here because everyone called this card the Sad Robot because it was solemn. And now, of course, in honor of it, they actually put a robot with a sad face, I don't know how well you can see it, in the card. So yes, that is amazing. Farewell. The joke about the Tennant years, the fact that he took 8 episodes to leave the show. The Sixth Doctor, the War Doctor, one of my favorite Doctors. This was played by John Hurt, and he was only in it for 1 episode, and he is the ninth Doctor, and he just did an amazing job. It was one of his last roles before he passed away. And the Adipose token. Alright, Swamp. Another First Doctor. Clockwork Droid, that's from The Girl in the Fireplace. And the TARDIS itself. We got the TARDIS card in foil. Very cool. Another Temple. Osgood, Alien Shapeshifter. So I don't recall a lot about her. I know she was in I don't know. I think she was in the Peter Capaldi episodes, but I could be wrong. The face card from the Commander deck in the full art or extended art. Pretty cool. 13th Doctor. And then another one of those. Another Ace's baseball bat. We haven't seen Ace yet. Fetid Pools. Very cool. Jo Grant, one of the original companions from one of the early Doctor series in the Surge foil. Fortified Village. Romana 2, Time Lord Scientist. I have no idea. Doctor's companion, but I have no idea where she's from. 8th Doctor. I believe this is another short-lived Doctor. I think he was only in a miniseries or a movie. River Song. Yes. Can't say enough about her, but I can't say anything about her because, again, the girlfriend's in the room, so spoilers. Cyberman and Alien Rhino. Island. Matt Smith himself there. Matt Smith's Doctor is... A lot of people like Matt Smith. I was on the fence about Matt Smith for a long time. I ended up liking a lot of his episodes, but some of them just drive me nuts. This is how it ends. Weeping Angel touching Rory. And poor Rory gets the short end of just about every episode he's in. Deserted Beach. The soul rings are very cool. Wish that was in Surge foil, but that's very nice. Memory Worm. The Beast Deathless Prince. This was from one of the most interesting episodes of Doctor Who, where he actually confronts what is, he believes, the devil, but not just the devil that we know, but the devil from every civilization from all time. This is the personification of it. Another temple. Sisterhood of Karn. Don't know much about that one. The Vine Glimmer Snarl. Again, a little too dark for my liking in reality. Flatline. Something from the 12th Doctor. Temple of Mystery again. Blasphemous Act. I believe this is when he was destroying Gallifrey. One of the times that he tried to destroy Gallifrey. Might be the only time. I'm not sure. That's from the older series anyway. Okay, we have the Fugitive Doctor again. And the Master Multiplied in the his quintessential hoodie, where he just looks like any normal guy, because that's what he's trying to blend in as, but he's really the Master and a horrible individual. And we have the 4th Doctor's Jelly Babies and an Alien Angel. Forest, 3rd Doctor. Yep, still a little dark for my liking. 500-Year Diary. I'm guessing, yep, that's from the older Doctor series. The Mind Stone is a Cyberman head. That's awesome. Clara Oswald, the Impossible Girl. She had some very, very good episodes, and when she starts appearing in the series, it's very confusing, but they cleaned it up pretty well. I thought. Last Night Together. Inspiring Reframe. The Ood song. Those are the Ood. I know they look disgusting, but they are the Ood, and the Ood are cool. Reverse Polarity. That's... Oh, I wish that was Surge foil. That is cool looking. Another Chaos Warp. 13th Doctor again in Surge foil that time. Very cool. Surge foil Snarl, still too dark. Farseek, always a good reprint. Pretty much an auto include in any green deck. Dalek Squadron. Oh, these are good. These are very good. This is not the flying one. There's actually a flying version of the Dalek, which is also really cool. And a alternate art, the TARDIS framed K9 copy, Surge foil copy on one side, and then Surge foil Cyberman on the other side. 2 packs left. Mountain, 13th Doctor. Ooh, that printing is just bad. Look at that. It's way too light. The words, you can hardly even make them. You can make them out, but if you compare them to another card, they're very light. The printing was wrong on that one. 5 Doctors again. Titanic again. Talismans. Like I said, Talisman reprints were good. There's Ace. Ace, Fearless Rebel, one of the Doctor's companions. Don't know anything about her except that she took a baseball bat to a Dalek, which is a pretty iconic thing to do. Warlock Grove. Regeneration, something that every Doctor does, and there was supposed to be a limit on it, but the Matt Smith years reset that limit somehow, so it was an interesting way for them to get past the fact that during the Matt Smith years they would have run out of show. So of course they had to fix that. Toymaker. Thespian Stage. This episode was amazing. This is one of the, I think, the Shakespeare episode. I think. Yes. All the world's a stage, said the Doctor. I might use that, pondered Shakespeare. I always loved it when they added people from our history into the Doctor Who shows. Made for good episodes, usually. The Third Doctor again. 10th Doctor. And Treasure Horse. The Horse. Oh, I love the Horse. The Horse makes an appearance in The Girl in the Fireplace. I don't know if it makes another appearance at some point. Alright, we have a Plains. Another 8th Doctor. Creeping Tar Pit again. 3rd Doctor. Ecstatic Beauty. Interesting. That's a Van Gogh episode, I believe. Gallifrey Council Chamber. Interesting. Jamie McCrimmon, another companion that I don't know. Dragon's Call Summit. Awesome Land. Pending Flux we've seen before. War Room we've seen before. Surge Foil Ace. That's neat. Shipwreck Marsh in Surge Foil. Still a little dark. Clock Spinning. Interesting. Surge Foil. It's, yeah, sure, interesting cards. The 11th Doctor in the Fez. Fezes are cool, or so he says. And then the Master formed anew. Time Lord Rogue. And a Salamander Rhino. I'm biased. I love Doctor Who, so this is why this is awesome to me. Whatever you think about Magic the Gathering at the moment, this was an amazing thing they did. Creating this product, and I believe that the people that did it got it right. I've looked through most of the cards now, and they're on theme. Their art is on point. I mean, it's awesome. So I had a lot of fun with this. I'm going to have a lot of fun with the Commander decks, and I know this video is very long, and I'm sorry for that, but it was worth it. So thank you a lot, and I'll see you next time.